then the team is. But if he says that everybody cooperated, because of which we could attain success, and these are the names of the people who work together, so that is a very good spirit. And rather than taking credit, one should give the credit, share the credit with others. So when success comes, share the credit with everyone. And that is team spirit. And if failure comes, take responsibility for that failure. That's also team spirit. In success or failure, we are together. That is team spirit. A leader can inspire team spirit only when he himself can cooperate well with others. Right. So this session is relevant for devotees who are taking some responsibilities. Right. Like you may be oral coordinator of the center, or a preaching coordinator, or a kitchen manager, or internal manager. If we have different roles and responsibilities. So if you are handling any role, then you will see that this session will make a lot of sense. Because you are leading certain department in the center, and you have some devotees to work with to do that service. And there is a goal to be achieved for the pleasure of Krishna. Right? Suppose somebody is a preaching coordinator, then he has to ensure that preaching happens. So planning, execution, right? Getting the permissions, publicity, then doing the event, follow up. So many things are involved in that. So that is preaching coordination. So for that you have to engage so many devotees in service. So if the team spirit is very high, then you will see that wonderful preaching can manifest. But if the team spirit is lacking, then you will see that there will be some loopholes, right? For example, prasadam will not come on time because of lack of coordination or cooperation, or the quality, the whole program quality may be substandard. That is not of high quality because there is no cooperation, but in the team, right? So, because preaching is not a exclusive event, it involves kirtan, it involves publicity, it involves designing, it involves cooking, it involves serving, it involves what you can call collecting the database and managing the database, sending messages. So many things are involved, right? So, and everybody may not be having skills to do everything. Like one person may be able to make a poster, another person may be able to cook, another person may be good in announcements, another person may be good in whatever event management. So there are different skill sets which different people are good at. So if everybody comes together, then we can have best performance. It's like an orchestra. In an orchestra, one person is holding a stick and doing like this. And one person is playing keyboard and is playing whatever symbols, and others playing mouth organ, others playing a trumpet, and it's like this. Everybody having different instruments, but he is synchronizing. If one person makes little mistake, then the whole that is spoilt, right? So that chorus sound which is coming, it's spoiled. But if everybody is following the lead person, the director, what do they call him? They call him by some name. So if everybody follows him properly and everybody is in synchrony, then you will see a very wonderful performance. Similarly, in the devotee circle also, Guru is like the director and is directing all the devotees. And if all the devotees cooperate nicely, then you will see wonderful service being achieved. Srila Prabhupada made powerful teams. He made book distribution team, he made book printing team, publishing, right? From scratch, Prabhupada started everything. Initially, he was alone, so he was doing everything. He was cooking, he was doing puja, he was doing uh, serving, he was giving class, he was doing vessel washing. 70-year-old man. Okay, because there is nobody at that time. And then slowly people started coming, then they started helping. Swamiji, can we help in washing vessels? Oh, yes, please come. I'm an old man. How much can I do? Then somebody came, can I cook for you? Yes, I will teach you how to cook. Prabhupada taught how to cook puri, sabji, sweet, sweet balls, gulab jamuns, everything. So when they learned, they started cooking. They felt very nice. And one of the first trained cooks was Kirtanananda Swami, then Yamuna Mataji. So they were very nicely cooking. So they started cooking for Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada got more time to translate and preach, isn't it? So then Prabhupada wanted printing, books to be printed. So then somebody came who was a editor, somebody came who had knowledge of printing. So they set up a printing press, and some good artists came. They joined him. Then he told them to make the paintings. All these paintings are made by them only. Hmm? Radha Krishna paintings and all. And they were put in the Bhagavad Gita book and Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada collected people of variety of talent, made them, brought them together, and inspired them, because of which so many books were published and distributed also. Then some enthusiastic devotees were there who were eager to distribute books, so they started distributing. So in this way, everybody came together to make ISKCON grow. So a leader can inspire team spirit only when he himself can cooperate well with others. So Srila Prabhupada is the example of a good leader. Empowering employees and creating healthy teams is based on almost entirely on people. Yeah, so one should empower people, employees in the company corporate circle. In devotee circle, you have to empower the devotees with certain responsibilities which they are good at. This in fact of feeling good about themselves, feeling good about others, feeling good about organization they work for, feeling good about the mission and vision of the organization, right? Yeah, these are things. Feeling good about the mission and vision associated with both the leaders and the institutions for which they work. Like our mission is ISKCON, and our mission is to practice and preach Krishna consciousness. So when devotees with that vigor they come together, then you will see they can do revolution. Not many, a small team is also good enough. A small team of completely dedicated, convinced people, if they come together, they can create revolution. That's how revolution begins. Like a forest fire begins with a small spark, and later it grows, it becomes big, it consumes the whole forest. Similarly, that's enthusiasm starts with a small team, and they practice sincerely, sincere chanting, reading, hearing, and they become convinced. Then you will see they want to get others. So then it spreads like wildfire. That enthusiasm should be there. So that's team spirit. The most challenging problem is not knowledge, not skill, but team playing. So that's why you'll see companies nowadays, although employees are very skilled, they give training on team playing. They take you to outings, बाहर लेके जाते हैं, कुछ activities कराते हैं.
What are you doing, bro?
Hare Krishna, there's some noise coming up. Gaur Shakti Prabhu. Yeah. Closer relationships, greater success. Yeah, that's true, huh? Good, strong relationships and greater success. Yeah. When someone assumes a new leadership role, he or she has a 40% chance of demonstrating disappointing performance. So this is a corporate seminar given by Radhesham Group in company. So some corporate things are also there, and then devotional things are added to make it relevant for devotional setting. 82% of them fail to build teamwork relationships with subordinates and peers. So 82% can't make any team. They're individual players. मुझे काम दे दो मैं काम करूंगा बस किसी के साथ काम करने के लिए मत बोलना right so they means they are weak in team playing and sometimes some devotees also say गुरु जी मैं सेवा करने के लिए रेडी मगर उसके साथ सेवा मत करना उसके साथ मेरा जमता नहीं means what that is lack of team playing right or the leader should be mature that he makes teams in which where people are happy working together and because everybody's nature is different so they have a different nature different attitudes if they come common people are brought together they can do wonderful like for example if book distributors who have the same zeal to do book distribution they come together they can do wonders but if you put a college preacher into book distribution team then he may not work because he doesn't have that nature to do book distribution because he is more of college preacher right 58% are confused about what is expected of them मैं क्या करूं why what is my role and responsibilities they're confused about that so devotees also should clarify their roles and responsibilities गुरु जी आपने मुझे सेवा दी है मैं क्या करूं इसमें कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा है where to start how to begin how to execute how to end what is the end goal so we should not have that confusion if that confusion is there then better to ask for authority Guru, there are different ways of preaching which way of preaching I should take up right because every thing has a different like temple preaching way of preaching is a little different because principles are same but the way we do practically is maybe different if you say NITK college preaching is different different strategy different thing at Jayanagar strategy may be different Gulbarga preaching may be different strategy because according to time place circumstance we adapt it so what I'm exactly supposed to do now what is my role what is in my scope and what is beyond my scope so that we should have clarity in so when we have that clarity then we will be confident of what service we are doing 52% lack the required skills and knowledge to be able to be successful right so even for doing service some basic skills are required no, mridanga if you want to have a nice program here mridanga kartal is very important we should learn mridanga kartal so those who have that inclination as like at least some basic mridanga should be learned otherwise how will you attract people right so only when I come should I play other days also you should learn isn't it? So you should start learning it should take out time for that and start practicing something right or some new boys will come who are already experts in tabla or something like that they can easily pick up so we can encourage such people like in Gulbarga also there is nobody to play mridanga every Sunday program one person used to be tapu tupu tup tapu tupu tup something used to play no recently we found out that there is one devotee's father who is an expert tabla player so we started inviting for every Sunday program. So he comes and he plays nice music, boom, 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 and everybody is very happy. So, we should, if you don't have that skill set, then identify and engage such kind of talent in Krishna's service. Right? Somebody knows harmonium, somebody knows keyboard. Don't discourage, encourage them in playing for the kirtana service of the Lord. So somebody know guitar, yeah, call them. Guitar पे add कर दो. I can play nice kirtan. So there is a Stanford University research about American and Japanese industrial situation. Yeah. In Vedic times, kings were saintly and had no concern beyond the welfare of citizens. So the leaders were Raja Rishi. Raja means king, Rishi means sage. So that quality both of Raja and Rishi. Right. So they used to build temples and they used to do administration also. That is the skill they had. Not that only they are doing administration, collecting tax, and no service. They are fully focused on service. Their only concern is welfare of the citizens. So here about I think this Shibi Maharaj. No, this is Gaya Maharaj. Gaya Maharaj. So Gaya Maharaj, he his qualities are mentioned here. Toshana, Preenana, Upalalana, Anushasana. These are four qualities. Toshana means what? To see that there is sufficient food to feed. Basic facility, roti, kapda, makan. ये तीन होना चाहिए. Nobody in the country should starve from these three. Roti, kapda, makan. That's why government also has schemes. Pradhan Mantri, क्या बोलते हैं, घर yojana, something is there. So they'll make homes for people who are homeless. And those who don't have any income, they'll give 5 kg rice every month. They have that facility so that nobody goes hungry. That's toshana. Preenana. Distributing gifts to satisfy them. Yeah, some on yearly gifts or Diwali gifts. Giving some clothes, giving some items which they need. So that's also preenana. Kirana also can mean giving Padma Bhushana or what are the other awards? Padma Bhushana and then Padma Shri, Arjuna awards, all that. So giving them gifts for those who perform exceedingly well. Upalalana. Upalalana means calling meetings and speaking sweetly, thoughtful words to satisfy the people. That's Upalalana. Right? Having a open discussion, hearing the concerns. So they were available, kings were available to have a discussion. They used to give a specific time when anybody can come and talk to them. Even Sri Ramachandra also did this. Anybody can walk in and talk to Sri Ramachandra at specific times. And Lord Ramachandra will hear and solve their problems also. So that's Upalalana. Anushasana, giving instructions on how to become good citizens. ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ गिफ्ट देते रहो, ऑर्डर भी देना है. Anushasana. Shasana means control, or what you can say. Shasana means governance. So you should give them good instructions on how to become, what to do, what not to do. Setting priority, setting the goal, right? So like a prime minister set the goal for next 1000 years. Interesting. Eh? Nobody talks beyond 5 years. Because they are not, there's no guarantee whether 5 साल के बाद रहेंगे नहीं रहेंगे. But they made a bold statement of 1000 years. Really incredible. So because 1000 years of spiritual revolution has started on 22nd January. Lord Chaitanya wanted 10,000 years ka revolution. 1000 years is the beginning part of it. After that, it is going to peak. And then it is going to spread everywhere, in every town and village. Right? ISKCON start होके कितना साल हो गया? Yeah. 1966. 1966 में start हुआ. Right? Almost like 58 years over. So it's the beginning phase of ISKCON actually. And according to Bhavishya, what is it, Purana? Bhavishya Purana. After 5000 years of Kali Yuga, golden period will start. 5000 years of Kali Yuga, the golden period will start. And 5000 years started on 1896. I was reading one book in that it was said Srila Prabhupada's birthday. Vivekananda is there, but he did only one lady he converted. Srila Prabhupada went and inspired so many people to take up Krishna consciousness. Around that time, so it's almost only 100 years of that phases got over. So maybe 126 years of that phase, 28 years of that phase. So 10,000 years का beginning अभी हुआ है, and then it will go on for next 10,000 years. So imagine. So now Hare Krishna is spread most of the places, most of the countries, most of the cities. A day will come when everybody will be chanting Hare Krishna. सब रास्ते वाले हैं Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They may not chant 16 rounds. Some serious people may chant 16 rounds, 64 rounds. But in general, everybody will be chanting Hare Krishna. Some will be favorable, some will be serious, some will be preachers, like that. So that good time is going to come. Celebrating diversity and interdependence for team spirit. Diversity means what? I am different, you are different, he is different, everybody is different. Now, this difference should not be considered as a threat, it should be considered as a strength. But I am different than you, I am good at something, you are good at something. Together we can do better. So that diversity is appreciated in a team. Right? Suppose in a cricket team, everybody is a batsman. Is it a good team? No. Maybe everybody is Sachin Tendulkar, but सब बैट्समैन है, मगर कोई बॉलर नहीं है, कोई अनिल कुंबले नहीं है, तो कैसे होगा? कोई तो होना चाहिए बॉलर. Similarly, in a preaching team, if everybody is a lecture giver, is it a good team? No, it's a weak team. Because there is no kartal player, there is no bhajan player, there is no singer, there is no cooking devotee, there is no manager. So it's a very weak team. Similarly, in a center, if there are only preachers, then there's a weak team. We should have all kinds of people together coming, right? Similarly, in ISKCON community, if all are engineers only, right? So you should have preached to doctors also, right? Recently, many devotees fell sick in our temples. So we had cultivated one doctor. I had given some programs in that hospital, the Hillside Hospital. So when devotees fell sick, किसके पास भेजे? No, I was thinking, वासवी हॉस्पिटल वेरी कॉस्टली, उधर एंट्री करने के लिए 1,000 रुपए लेके अंदर भेजते हैं ना, लाइक दैट. एंड एडमिट कर दिया तो बस बिल निकलेगा, एंड दैट फॉर अ स्मॉल प्रॉब्लम. I wonder what to do. And somebody says, you did program there, na? Why don't you call that doctor? He will help you. Immediately I called. So for my kidney problem also, when it started, I was wondering where to go, where to go. Immediately called him. He said, come here, somebody. So I went there and then he checked. He said, yes, it's there. He gave some medicine and it's in control. So, doctors are also required, isn't it? So that they can treat the devotee's health. Right? We need chartered accountants. We have chartered accountant in our temples, no? Umesh Prabhu, right? Bhanu Gopesh Prabhu. Huh? Akshay Guru. He became, or he's preparing? Yeah. Yeah. In process. In process. Yeah. So we have auditors also. So in this way, when we have variety, then our team is very strong. Right? And diversity and interdependence should be there. Like preaching department is dependent on kitchen department. Kitchen department is dependent on purchasing department. Right? Then finally there is cleaning department. So everybody has to work together. avoiding 4 cancers. What are the 4 cancers? Criticism, complaint, comparison, competition. Which these are the 4 cancers which we should avoid in a team. They're very detrimental. So criticism, criticizing others, seeing others' faults and criticizing, and complaining to authorities about someone, and comparing with others, and that comparison leads to competition. So these are the 4 things. And competition leads to cheating. It can lead to injuring others. Like this fellow is beating other 2 teammates. And competition also, unhealthy competition also leads to uh, lack of performance, discouraging someone like that. So, or leg pulling, टांग खींचना बोलते हैं, that also happens. So, like crab mentality. Crabs are trying to get out of the basket, but others are pulling it on. So there's crab mentality. He doesn't allow others to grow. He wants to grow. So sometimes there is in the team there is competition for becoming the leader of the team. Right? Somebody has been appointed the leader. Instead of following the leader, he is trying to become the leader. Right? And sometimes the king is there, king's minister is there. Minister is thinking, कब मैं राजा के गद्दे में बैठूंगा. Right? So it's competition. Right? So in the mood, in the Vaishnava circle, the mood is I am servant of the servant of the servant. And in case I see some faults or discrepancies in management, then I go and report to higher authorities and they take the action. Unnecessary competition we should not do. Right. So there can be like between 2 temples also there can be competition. No? Suppose there is one area, okay, there are 2 temples and then they're doing book distribution. Once it happened in Bangalore. So book distribution time in one temple, in one place where to distribute books, all the 3 temple devotees came. उन्होंने टेबल उधर लगाया, इधर टेबल इधर लगाया, उधर लगाया. And एक आदमी, एक one temple is distributing Bhagavad Gita 200 rupees, another is distributing 250, another is distributing 300. People are confused. 200, 250, 300. हाँ,
हमारे साथ भी हुआ था जब डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने गए तो हमारे चैनल पे 320 330 ऐसे हो गए और उड़पी वो 350 में बेचते हैं भगवद गीता और एक तो 500 में बेचते हैं. तो बोले कि तुम भी मतलब सॉन्ग का तिलक लगा के आए हो, हम भी सॉन्ग का दे दे रहे हैं. हम बोले तो फिर हमने उनसे पूरा प्राइस मांगा कि किस प्राइस से बेचते हैं, फिर उसके हम बोला शुरू की.
So then this happened one year, then they had a meeting. अगले साल मैराथन में फिक्स्ड प्राइस 200 से ऊपर नहीं जाएगा. Like this, they made a common price for all, which they tried to follow. But if I get sponsorship, you give free. Freely bought sponsored books, but don't change the rate because that creates confusion in the public. So that policy was made and then things are better, peaceful. So when there is any discrepancies, then we should have a common meeting and then follow the common agenda, whatever is common agreed upon principles. In a team also, too much dependence leads to stunted creativity. Too much independence leads to instability. Interdependence is best option. Right? The Krishna and Sudama example is given. Krishna was very rich king, Sudama was very poor Brahmana, but they were very good friends. So that kind of friendship is better. So there's a difference between a group and a team. In a group, everyone thinks about his own interest. In a team, all of them think as one unit, the goal of team. Like Kauravas were a group, Pandavas were a team. Because in Kauravas group, everybody was thinking on his own interest. But Pandavas are thinking of Krishna's interest. What does Krishna want us to do? In a group, people join only for administration. In a team, people understand interdependence. They work with each other, depending on each other. But in a group, people want to control. Members work independently, sometimes against each other also. Like Karna was working against Shalya. Right? Karna and Bhishma were not gelling well with each other. Bhishma is there, I will not fight. After, when Bhishma gets done, I will come. So on the 10th day of the battle, when Bhishma, today is Bhishma Ashtami. Today is the appearance day of Bhishma, his birthday today. So he was born as son of Shantanu and Ganga Devi. He is called Ganga Putra. He is also called Devavrata. He is called Bhishma. And a very ideal example for all of us. So in the team, goals are accomplished by mutual support. In group, members are told what to do. In a team, members contribute knowledge and talents to team objectives. So this is something unique. Right? Group में सबको बोलना पड़ता है तुम ये करो तुम वो करो तुम वो करो तुम वो करो. But team, I think doing this is better. Everybody comes with his own inputs. What do you think if you do this? What do you think if I introduce in our service this particular aspect? So like this, everybody tries to do the job in a better way and enhance the overall performance of the team. So that's the team building. Members distrust each other and do not understand each other's roles. Do not distrust each other. So there is no trust. Right? One fellow may be thinking, oh, ये इतना काम कर रहा है, मतलब कुछ तो agenda है. He wants promotion. He wants to do something. So like this, they have distrust with each other. So they don't have faith in each other. But in a team, ultimately, there is a climate of trust where people are encouraged to express their ideas. In a group, sometimes people don't share their ideas. मेरा idea वो छीन लेगा और वो successful बन जाएगा. But in a team, they openly share the ideas because they have trust. Correct? Members are seen like employees in the group. In the team, they have sense of ownership and commitment to goals. Members may or may not be involved in decision making. Members are involved in decisions in the team. And conformity is more important than results. Positive results are the goal. Yeah. In a group, now everybody has to conform to the leader. If you go against the leader, then you're out of the group. But in a team, everybody is together. Although there are differences, but still everybody works for the attainment of the result. So that's the team. So to make a strong team, right? So in whichever center you are staying, so try to see whether this team spirit is there. Everybody is working cooperatively. Everybody is happy. Everybody is giving ideas. Everybody's ideas are heard. Everybody's ideas may be practical, may not be practical. At least one should hear. And the leader should take the decision. Okay, I think this is a good idea, but right now we are not in a position to implement it. Because of whatever reason. But at least one should hear and keep it in the mind. At the right time, it can be implemented. So we should have that open culture of wherein people can give suggestions. Right? But if one tries to control authoritatively the devotees in the center, what will happen? The devotees will say, "Hey, Prabhuji to hamara sunte hi nahi." Right? And अपना आइडिया का कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. Why should we speak? Then they close down. But if that culture of giving suggestions is there, then you will see that sometimes better ideas may come up. Out of the box ideas will come up. And you can do wonderful preaching. It's sometimes Srila Prabhupada also used to, because he is a very advanced, pure devotee, but sometimes he will ask suggestions from his devotees, right? So then Prabhupada used to ask suggestions, some suggestions he liked it. It was wonderful, right? At once Tamal Krishna Maharaj told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, too much of management, better let me go to China. China? He said, China? Wonderful idea. I think you should go to China. Right? And so Prabhupada was expert in creating the team spirit between devotees. And sometimes team spirit may also get weakened, or competition, unhealthy competition may start. So at that time, Prabhupada interfered, and then he cooled down the matter also. There are some cases which happened like that, especially among book distribution parties. Heavy competition between book distribution parties at one point of time in 1976, 77. Heavy competition. So much so that one book distribution party is to pull devotees from other temple. चलो हमारे साथ चलो. And temples are crying, कोई नहीं है इधर. There are no person doing deity worship and cooking and other programs. Bro said this too much. He called both the parties and said, temples are important. You cannot take temple devotees to book distribution. Right? Because your bus parties may stop, but temples cannot stop. Temples have to go on. So temple service is high priority. So stop your bus party. So I had to take that stand at one point of time. So in this way, the team spirit should be there. In case the team spirit is going weak, then you immediately ask the leader to interfere, and then again reinstate that team spirit, that trust, that confidence among the devotees. Right? So you have to, so even the leaders of different centers who are here, you have to see that how is the team spirit in your center, and what all we can do to or enhance the team spirit and trust. So this is the difference between the group and a team. So here are some statements which can be helpful for team building. Encourage team members to ask why. Keep on asking question why. It is said that if you are not very clear about your goal, keep asking why. You'll get clarity. Suppose so some certain devotee comes and tells you, Prabhuji, can you cook prasad today? Suppose somebody, the leader comes and asks you, central leader, Prabhuji, can you come and cook prasad today? So then immediately my question becomes, मैं ही मिला क्या? कोई और नहीं है क्या? That may come. But if you ask the question, why Prabhuji? Me only? Oh Prabhuji, बहुत लोग सब लोग busy है. I could find only you who are free. This person has gone for purchasing, another person has gone for follow-up, another person is doing phone calling. Nobody is available. Only you are there. Acha. Okay. What is the menu, Prabhuji? Puri, sabji, rice, dal, sweet, pakora. So much items. Why, Prabhuji? Very new boys are coming. That's why I have a very good menu. So that's oh okay. Suppose if I tell okay, make 10 items of feast. कैसे करूँ मैं? Why I should do him ask that question? So asking question clarifies what we are doing, why we are doing. So why I have to do? Because I am available. Why this menu? Because preaching is happening, and it should be ready by 6 o'clock. Why? Isn't it? If you keep asking the question why, you will get clarity within yourself. Then you can very happily, confidently do that service or activity, right? So you have to get up early, for example. Why? No? Okay, why Mangal Aarti? Yeah? Okay. So we have to get up early in the morning. Why? Because we have to attend Mangal Aarti. Why you have to attend Mangal Aarti? Because whole day you will be tuned into spiritual energy. Okay. Why you have to tune into spiritual energy? To make Other things means? Okay, somebody else. Why we have to tune into spiritual energy?
Because that's what is our day to remember Krishna. Like always we'll be remembering the Lord and the whole day like
Okay,
kind of stuff.
that will help you to remember Krishna. Why should you remember Krishna?
We stable.
We are part and parcel of Krishna. Right? So by asking 4 whys, you came to conclusion, Krishna. Similarly, you take for any activity, any time, any time, you just ask this question, why, ultimately you'll come to Krishna. Why, ultimately Krishna will come. Okay? So that's how we can be Krishna conscious by asking question why. Encourage people to think creatively. Ask them for ideas and suggestions. Okay, suspend criticism and hear and explore new ideas. Say somebody gives a good idea, instead of criticizing, ये तो foolish idea है. Right? If you criticize like that, what will happen? He will never give any ideas in the future. He'll become closed. Think about positive aspects of solution. Suppose there is a problem. Right? In our temple also there is some problem. When you put garland to Prabhupada, many ants were coming. Okay, so the garland putting devotee, he was telling, for the ants are we should not put the garland. Because it comes. So by afternoon we can remove. And another devotee, garland making team was telling, we should put the garland. So I said, no, we should remove the garland. We should put the garland. What is the solution? I said, okay, problem is that let's think of solution. Problem is that ants are coming. कैसे रोकना उसको? Lakshman tree क्या लिखा है? डाल दिया. Both the teams are happy, no? Isn't it? So because ants are not coming on the garland. It's summer season, it's very hot. They try to come to a cold place. Like that.
How the ant sense that
They have the sixth sense. You put sugar anywhere, they will come. Paramatma guides them. Right? So a leader should ensure that both the parties are happy. Not that one party is happy, other parties are miserable. No. A leader should think in such a way that win-win situation. Both the parties should win and be happy. That's win-win thinking. Give periodic prizes to members for contribution to the results. Right? Suppose you did a very nice program, wonderful program. Then after that you can do appreciation, give some prizes and gifts. Right? Somebody doing very good sadhana. Somebody is very consistently rising in the morning at 4 o'clock and attendance at 4:30. Pakka since 1 month. You should give a big award, isn't it? You should reward him. Somebody is very good in reading. Every week, without fail, is reading 3.5 or 5 hours. He should be given some prize. That will encourage others. But generally, I see in our groups, messages come. This person late, that person late. I think that's not a very good way of inspiring devotees. That demotivates devotees. Right? Okay, once in a while that's okay. But every day putting messages, this is late, that person is late. So only late दिखता है. But you should reverse it. Oh, these devotees came on time today. These devotees, and we should make a monthly report and say, okay, out of 31 days, this devotee 31 out of 31, all days present. This devotee 28 out of 31, only 3 days absent or 3 days late. Something like that. So you give prize to the toppers. That is positive, actually. That creates more positive vibrations than just putting late. Isn't it? So that will inspire others also. And those who are latecomers, you can separately deal with them, talk to them, and inspire them to come on time. And they may have some valid concerns, like late night sleeping at 12 o'clock, coming back late from office, something like that. They may have valid reasons because of which they want to come, but valid reasons of health and something may be there. So because of which they're not coming. So that can be dealt personally. Right? Glorify publicly and give corrections personally. Yeah, use team language. We, us, our team, our goal, our success. That's the team. Instead of using I, me, mine. Develop team goal and develop them together. We should have a goal also. Actually, goal of ISKCON is preaching, purifying our heart and preaching Krishna consciousness. So that's our goal. Encourage honest feedback. So in our temple, we have kept a feedback box, suggestion box. Anybody can put any comment in that. So we read and then. So sometimes anonymous also feedbacks. Sometimes people don't speak because they are afraid. Feedback देंगे तो क्या होगा? But we should encourage giving feedback. Then only we can improve. Encourage cooperation between devotees. Spend time together outside the work. Right? Sometimes going for yatras, camps is very good to build team spirit. Reward team accomplishment for what is being done well. Yeah, if something is going well, we can appreciate. We can have a department reviews. Okay, which department is doing wonderful? Okay, how is Prasadam department doing? How is DT department doing? How is different departments doing? So in that way, we can appreciate them. Be an example by taking part on the work. Delegate the authority. Delegate the authority means if you can't do something because you have too much to do, you can delegate. Guruji, you take the decision. Suppose OC was only handling the kitchen directly, but now new kitchen in charge is appointed. Prove this is a principle. Prasadam should be on time. It should be tasty, and it should be served hot. So you just give and the menu. Okay, once you decide, and then you have the freedom to execute. Delegate the authority. One thing is to delegate service, but another thing is to delegate authority. To delegate authority, you need more trust. Then only you can delegate authority. Right? Suppose you are running a center and you open another center. You have to put one person there. Okay, so you are authority of this place. You decide. You collect funds. You spend. You establish preaching here. Delegating authority that requires a lot of trust in the leader. Don't become a micromanager. Micromanagement is पूरा minority जाके micromanage करना. Micromanage, you cannot micromanage a leader. You can give him vision, you can give him goal, and tell him to achieve the goal. And any feedback you can give him, but you cannot every time control. ये हो कि नहीं, वो हो कि नहीं, कितना time लेगा, कब करेगा? This micromanagement will not work with leaders. So once you delegated authority, wait and watch. Right? If it is not happening, then you can catch him. If he's not performing, you can catch him, but you cannot micromanage at every step. Invest in the team, training, education, time. Like we are doing this class today, that's nothing but investment. Because we are trying to train devotees in these aspects of team building. Provide adequate resources. Yeah, sometimes you may expect a team to achieve something, but you are not providing resources. Then it will not work. So you have to provide resources also. Money, people, or whatever, permissions. Challenge them when achievable, with achievable but demanding tasks. Share information, don't hide information. Share special opportunities. Yeah, so like for example, information like PPTs. Radheshambar has made wonderful PPTs and he's sharing. He's not keeping with himself. He's put it in website. Anybody can download. Anybody can use. Right. So this is how team can be built. So there's difference between corporation and community. Corporation elicits feelings of images of authority, bureaucracy, competition, power, rigid rules, machines, military chain of command. That's corporation. But community evokes feelings of volunteers helping others out. Cooperation, town meetings, democracy, personal responsibility, commitment, teamwork, creative magic, and fun. So that is a community. So ISKCON is a community. It is not a corporation. Of course, it is a big institution, but it is a community where devotees work together to serve Krishna for the pleasure of Krishna. That is a community. So when we build temples, we are not building we are actually building a community actually. When you are building in a center or a preaching, we are actually trying to build a community. Yeah. So community gives a richer, more involved sense of people opt to be part of relationship to Raj. Big community is there. And when community feeling comes, a person thinks I'm also part of it. But in a corporation, he gets the feeling I'm being used by this corporation. I'm being used by this company. So we should not give that feeling. We should have a community feeling. So I'll end with this quote. Then we can continue next week. Thus, cooperating with each other, the Vaishnavas work together. Though one usually ignores others in attaining one's own goals, those aspiring for prema accept dependence on others with similar goals and tastes. Thus, cooperating with each other, they work together, keeping in mind the goal of prema. From Madha Mahotsav, Vashila Jiva Goswami. So, devotees also work together for the purpose of attaining Krishna prema. So, that's why we are working together, cooperating with each other. Hare Krishna. So, I pause here. If there are any comments or questions, you can ask. Anybody has any questions? A little exceeded the time today. 7:30 was supposed to stop.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, bro.
So, Prabhuji, one question related to, like you said, micromanagement. So, responsibility has to be given, and then we should wait and watch. But what if, we are under someone, and the leader asks question with the eye of doubt? The subordinate may be following sincerely and he's trying, but instead of discussion, instead of asking plan, you come directly and ask, "Arey kitna hua? Arey kya hua?" So in that scenario, we feel like uh, uh, the superior is, I mean, so we get discouraged actually to with respect to the plan and what. So because and if we go and tell on the face also, that feel like finding faults or committing offense. So how to deal with this?
Yeah. So your question is that, okay, you have been given some service by the authority, and the authority is again and again asking micromanaging kind of thing. So what I should do? Now there are two things. One is maybe authority is given a service, and maybe that trust is still not there, and is not confident whether you'll be able to do it. And in case you're not able to do it, then it will affect the service. So he's checking. Working, so that he'll get faith. Okay, take direction में चल रहा है. And if he's confident, then he may leave it to you. But if he's not confident, then he may keep micromanaging. So one thing from our side that we have to give confidence to the authority that yes, I can do it. How? By reporting. Guruji इतना हो गया, इतना कर रहा हूँ, ये challenges है, इसके challenge का solution ये ढूंढ रहा हूँ. Like this, you keep reporting to the authority, then he'll feel more confident. If you're not reporting, then you'll start micromanaging because he's not getting any input. So if by constant reporting, if you can win the trust of the authority, then the relationship may improve. And another thing is that if the nature of the authority is only like that, he is too much micromanaging at every step, then maybe you have to openly communicate and say, bro, you have given me this service and I have done this kind of projects before also, this kind of service before. So I'll do it, Prabhuji. In case any feedback is there, you can give. But this too much micromanaging will interfere in my service. You can openly have a discussion. After winning the trust, even if micromanagement is happening, then you can openly have a communication, or you can go to the authority of your authority and say that, oh, this style of working is very difficult for me. If you can just tell that Prabhuji that I feel a little disturbed, so you can get a little space, then I'll be comfortable, right? But whatever report is there, I'll give. Whatever updates are there, I'll give. So from my side, I'll be very pakka in my service. If you can give assurance, then that will be done. Is it okay, Shubham Bro? Shubha Krishna Bro?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Thank you. Yeah, clear.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So we'll end here today. So we'll continue. The topic is not yet done. Well, some more things are there from nice Prabhupada stories are also there. We'll continue next Monday. Sorry, next Saturday.
If we give any task to a particular development on time, like it should be completed by 10 also. If we procrastinate by saying, I will do it, I will do it, I will do it, and later on he doesn't take any part in the particular part, how to do this?
Yes, it may happen once, if it may happen twice, okay. But if it is repeating,
Yeah,
then you have to sit with the devotee who they see that every time the service is getting late, it is delayed. So no, you don't feel like giving service to you because you're not confident about it. You should have open communication. And if it is because of genuine problem, then fine, you can accept the answer. But if it is repeating, then it is a attitude problem. Isn't it? Lack of commitment is there. That lack of commitment will spoil the team spirit. That's why in any center we should keep people who are committed to the common goal. Then the team spirit can be maintained high. Okay. Does it answer your question? Once or twice is okay, but if it is repeating again and again, then not okay. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.